We have a lot to break down from this game, and let's bring in Christine Cupo, one of our analysts here at CBS, part of the Attacking Third podcast. Christine, let's just start from the 10,000-foot view. Madness, absolute craziness. How did Brazil pull this off?
¿Qué tal? Brazil know who they are. They have the depth, they have the experience, they have had the investment now, and they're so scary. This is their tournament, right? Don't you know that they are the queens of Copa América Femenina?
Yeah, I mean, this is their 9th time overall winning it, but we got to talk about one of the players that's been the absolute stars of this team, and that is, of course, Marta down the years. Absolutely sensational what she's done for, Jaydee absolutely called it right. The GOAT of women's football, certainly one of them, you would say. For her to contribute, send it to extra time, score in extra time, what does her performance continuing on at this level all the way through to this Copa America mean for the country?
She's the GOAT, okay? She's not only been a fixture for Brazilian football and the queen of CONMEBOL, but she's also been a NWSL star, a American domestic soccer star. She's built a lot of these leagues on her back. So is it any wonder that Marta is still playing like she is the most elite player in all the world in 2025 at 39 years old? No, it's not. She hasn't missed a step. She is just as vibrant as she was in her first step on pitch. She is exemplary in every single way, not only for her style of play, but just her heart, the way that she is a leader, the way that she gets this team rallied to go behind her. She is Marta. I don't think there's a higher accolade than you can give than to say she's Marta.
I love the description right there. She is Marta. That is its own headline. But Cooper, I want to add a little bit of balance because, in fairness, we still need to talk about Colombia and their great performance throughout the tournament. So just give me your thoughts on what they've done throughout that tournament all the way through.
Yeah, Colombia have been formidable now for quite some time, especially in this competition in particular. This is their 4th final that they've made it to, okay? 2010, 2014, 2022, 2025, that isn't a locker combination. That's the finals that they've amassed at this point, and that's due to the rising infrastructure around them, the support, the tenacity, the quality of their players playing domestically. You have Linda Caicedo, you have Mayra Ramirez, Lacey Santos, who you were just speaking about, Washington Spirit. They are outstanding. And the thing that's changed coming into this Copa América Femenina is that the gap in competition has closed significantly, even over all of the prior finals that they've been in. There were 3 different instances that this Colombia side have shown their resilience by taking the lead again against Brazil. They did not falter going into pens. Unfortunately, Carabali was a miss, but this was so narrow. They have nothing to be ashamed of. They should be proud of this performance. And quite frankly, the tide has risen around CONMEBOL and also women's world football all in. And they are a shining example of that.
And you mentioned the rising tide. I will say, though, Brazil have won 5 consecutive editions of Copa América Femenina. They've won 9 of the 10 ever. Is there a worry that Brazil are just running away with women's football on this continent? And do you think that there will be a charge over the course of the next few years for some of the other countries to compete on their level?
I think in the past, this has been a conversation that I've had, and it has been entirely valid. I think that what we're seeing now is sort of this added quality, diminishing dominance of Brazil. That's not to say that they are unbeatable or that they can't continue to strive going forward. But I think that when you see squads emerge like Colombia, like Argentina, like in Ecuador, who are installing infrastructure and support around their players, I think that it starts to ask more questions of this Brazilian side than we have seen in the past. And I think that those are all positive markers and we're moving in the right direction. The difference with this competition this year in particular, too, is that it no longer is a World Cup qualifier. It's become a 2028 Olympics qualifier. It's become a 2027 Pan American Games qualifier. With that, it's also the first iteration where it's a biennial. So it's demonstrating that not necessarily just at the FA level for the nations, but more broadly, we are seeing the competition raise, but also we're going to see it more often. And I think that that will cause more of a competition level to be more parity going forward.